Regional report. This weekend I went down to Portsmouth, south of England, and I played in a UK regional. About 128 players, so it was just one player off, hitting 8 rounds. So it was going to be a tough regional anyway. There's quite a few big players there from around like UK, so I thought it'd be quite a tough regional, but I've been playing quite a lot this format, so I was quite confident going into the tournament. But yeah, this is sort of a breakdown of what I played, who I played against, and I'll give you guys a summary of how each sort of round went. And if you have any questions about anything, drop them in the comments. Obviously, the format changes a lot now going into the next 2 weeks with the new set release of Photon Hypernova. I know there's loads of hype with the new set and with the cash tier deck coming into the format and how that's going to shift things. But I'm still going to be producing loads of content on that format. I'm going to be playing at YCS Lyon, so expect some content from me and from my team going into that tournament and afterwards. So check out my team in the description below. Shift, we're one of the biggest teams in the UK, and yeah, we're pretty consistent across the boards at the moment, always competing in the tournaments, so check them out as well. So big shout out to those guys. But yeah, I had actually a really pleasant day down in Portsmouth, caught up with some old friends, and yeah, shout out to everyone who said hello and the guys I was chilling with throughout the day. Shout out to everyone at Tops. But yeah, I'm just going to go over all my rounds, etc. and hope you enjoy it. So, round 1. I played against a good friend, Alex Robertson, who was playing Flunder. I wasn't expecting him to play Flunder. I thought he'd play the plant deck that he's quite famous for. However, that all changed when he shifted me game 1. I think I went dice roll, and I think I went Sharon. Yeah, I went Sharon, right, and he just shifted me, and I was like, okay, fair. So I made Baguska, and it got outed, and then game 2, I can't remember exactly what happened, but I remember there being M-Pen, a Dreaming Town, and a map. So I had Zombie Wheels in hand, so I actually got rid of... I went Planet Search and then Zombie Wheels, but I shouldn't have done it so soon. I was quite scared of obviously the summons on my turn, but I had talents in hand anyway, so it was a bit of a weird one. I think we were able to like go back and forth quite a bit, but yeah, in game 3 then it was quite comfortable. I was able to make like a standard board with Dragon's Tepelia on a follow-up turn with the trap and Imperm. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. But I was sweating a little bit turn 1 when he starts doing Flunder stuff. But yeah, that's how that matchup sort of goes in general. You do sweat a bit when they shift you and you're down a game, especially because shifter can be drawn in games 2 and 3. So yeah, quite scary, but we were able to get over the line with that one. And then for round 2 was against Naturi Runic. Game 1, he won dice roll and he didn't do much, and I was able to win. And then game 2, same again. So it was quite a comfortable win, to be honest. And then round 3, I knew he was playing Flunder, same player that won Brighton Regional a couple of months ago. So I knew he was on Flunder, so I was like, do I have to play this deck again? But luckily, I think I spoke about this in my team earlier, and although Flunder is quite a silly deck for the tier it's quite a silly matchup for the tier deck, everyone's got so much experience across the board with the whole competitive scene against Flunder with playing tier that they can't really outplay you anymore, and you sort of understand how linear the deck is and how you're able to stop it. So I think having the experience of playing quite a bit this format, I was able to just push through there and get the win. Nothing too notable of plays in particular, just quite a standard 2-0, I believe. I think he bricks as well, like game 1 or 2. So that made it a little bit more winnable. But yeah, round 4 onto a mirror match, first mirror of the day. So I hit I go 3-0 at this point, and I hit my first mirror match of the day. And I played a mirror. So the guy who I played to end up finished 7th place. So congrats to him. I can't remember his name exactly. But yeah, if you're watching, congrats to you. Yeah, it was quite a weird mirror. I believe it was 2-0 and I lost the dice roll, but I was able to push through off him milling activating Kelbeck on his turn. and then I mill like really good, and basically he hits no shufflebacks, and I hit shufflebacks with no names, but I trigger a Kelbeck, which then proceeds me to get names, and I can shuffle his stuff back. And I think at this point he's got one name left to use, and I have the Bastille in hand, so it was quite comfortable game 1. Game 2 was a bit of a grind, but I managed to get there through Bastilles and just sitting on Scream. Scream's really good in the mirror. I think super underrated. I think people utilise that after Dortmund, how good Scream is, and just having the advantage of sitting on Scream. And so as the grind game plays out, even if they have field spell planet, that Scream sort of neutralises the attack gain they have, and you get to mill. So yeah, it's a good card for sure in the mirror, and obviously against the rogue matchups. But yeah, round 5 was against Matthew Mills, the British hero, playing Sprite, but it was quite a weird Sprite list. He had Melfi cards in his deck, but I didn't see one get activated. He was also playing Unibird, and I got hit with a Featherstorm game 2. So then game 3, I believe. Oh, actually, maybe it was a 2-0. Yeah, it was a 2-0 because we had like a 30-minute game 1. And then in about 10 or 8 minutes left, no, about 2 or 3 minutes left, I'm up massively. I have Planet and I have Shuffle Backs to keep popping his stuff. It's a really grindy game where I'm able to just shuffle back my resources, keep playing, and just use Planet to keep popping his stuff every turn until he runs out of elves and sprints, etc. and angular summons. So yeah, it was quite a grindy game. I was able to turn around and really almost a loss game 1, but I managed to put it back with just sheer grind and Scream, shufflebacks, field spell. But yeah, it was quite a close one, but I think I just pulled through using my experience of the grind games. And then round 6 was quite fortunate. I played against Connor. He won the regional, so shout out to him. So my second disciple of the day that I played, unfortunately I couldn't get the double disciple win on those guys, but yeah. But yeah, it was an unfortunate game for me. So he wins the dice roll. So at this point I've lost all my dice rolls bar 1, and yeah, he basically opens everything, and I see no interaction on his turn, and I was hoping to get a draw for the turn being imperm because he didn't make the elf with the dweller, but I didn't see that, and unfortunately yeah, that was a writing on the wall. Game 2 I literally passed with Sullick, yeah, but I'd Havnis and Havnis, a Magmut, and a Kelbeck. I believe the hand was double Kelbeck, Magnamut, Havnis, Sullick. Yeah, so not a lot going on for me, unfortunately, but I managed to grind it out a little bit, but it wasn't really enough because, yeah, I couldn't mill off the Havnis anything to sort of win me that game. He even had, he like timed his tier effects really well to play into the Dark, take Magnamut, into Sprint, into Merely, that sort of broken little combo. So yeah, he played that pretty well, to be fair, but unfortunately I had quite poor hands going first and then second game 1. But yeah, on to the last sort of round of the day. I was sweating a little bit because I was like, my tiebreaker is obviously really good, but I know with the regional being so big and one player off the eighth round that no X2's topped, so I had to win out this game. And I played against Harry. I played him previously before, about last year, I believe, sometime last year. But yeah, he played Sprite, but a really different version of Sprite with no nimbles. He played a lot of hand traps and desires from what I saw. So game 1, I win the dice roll, and I'm going through the motions. I believe he bistilled me once, and then I played through it. I can't remember the interaction he had exactly, but I remember I played really badly into the second Bistille, which I really should have saw coming due to the hand traps he played, which I got previously in the tournament because I saw him play previously. So I was hoping to get some sort of insight on that, but yeah, I used my last name early off the sprint, and I got punished with a Bistille, and I ended up passing and losing that one. I believe I got shifted. Yeah, I got shifted as well. So, actually, did I get shifted? Yeah, I believe I got shifted. But game 2 was quite convincing. And then game 3, so he goes first, shifters me. ends on Mannequin Cat, Gigantic, with Smashers and the Double Cross. However, he doesn't have a name in hand to banish off the Smashers, which is huge because I'm able to Baguska in attack position and Zeus him. So that wipes the board. I'm able to then to activate Planet, search the Havness because I'm under Shifter still. I managed to have Sulik, which is huge. I set the Sulik and pass. I believe he goes starting into blue. I'm then able to go Havness and just go a bit crazy there because I hit names and I have Sulik field spell. So yeah, that was the writing on the wall, unfortunately for him. But yeah, really good tournament. I felt quite confident going into the event because I've been playing so much last couple of months really. So yeah, first sort of regional opportunity that I've had in a while as well to play a regional this format. I'm glad I did it this format where I've been playing so much. So yeah, nice little regional top. And then this is obviously the deck that I played. Haven't changed it since Sydney. If it's not broken, don't fix it. And I was really comfortable with the sign patterns. I felt comfortable into the mirror, felt comfortable into rogue decks, and giving me the access with Diviner. I think Diviner is like insane in this deck. Obviously, I understand why people don't play it because of the shuffle backs and then it being really bad going second. However, there's niche grind games where your opponent doesn't shuffle this back. A lot of people do not shuffle this back. I think I've had one person in the last 3 events that shuffled this back, and that was Christian Urena in the remote YCS. So yeah, a lot of people do not shuffle this card back because they don't see it as a threat in the graveyard. But in the grind game, you can go Elf, bring it back, and then that turns on the Baron instantly because you always have access to level 4s in the grind game. So I was able to make Baron and pop field spells in the mirror, and having it against Rogue is really good. It's another negate for like a evenly matched. It's another negate for a blowout card. Yeah, I love this card in this deck. It's amazing. So I'm going to be quite sad to see this deck go. I've put a lot of thought into it and a lot of time into it, but that's how Yu-Gi-Oh works. You just got to stay up to date all the time. But yeah, the deck worked really well. Happy with how I performed in general. People probably ask why I don't play Beatrice or Redoer. The question is, well, the answer for that is I'd rather double kit because there's some situations where if you mill 8, people sometimes might, if they don't have enough bestials to hit your names, they will hit your kit Kalos at the grave to stop you from making the Rukalos. So I wanted to have a second one because in game 1 I don't have a way to recycle it. So I like the second one for that, and obviously because some people are still playing the Kashtira deck pre Photon Hypernova, which is don't know why, but yeah, Unicorn's a card, so I'd rather just play the 2 for those situations, and it came up quite a few times for those situations exactly. So I'm happy I played those. And then for no Redoer comes up a lot. It does, to be fair, and it hurts not to play it, but I'd rather just play the Baron, where I can just steal games in a grind game. Redoer, a lot of the time you can't actually use it to play around a pistol if you already got monsters on board. I miss it sometimes with the sprint effect because it's an XYZ other than Dweller that you can detach from. But yeah, I'd rather make the sacrifices and learn how to play around without Redoer, because in the next format people are going to banish your Redoer from your extra deck, or the one of cards in your extra deck people are just going to pick away with the Kashtira stuff. So at least I know how to play without it if that is the thing. So yeah, that's sort of the deck. These are the matchups again if you want to recap on them. Again, shout out to everyone I played, really pleasant time. Shout out to the team, Shift guys. We got quite a few sessions lined up ahead of Leon, like big testing sessions, so I'm really excited to get into Leon. And then I'm more excited for YCS London in April, so I've got loads of content lined up on that. And the plan is when I come back from Leon, I want to be doing some Macedol stuff for the Challenger Cup. So if you want to check me out on Twitch, I'll be live streaming loads of tournaments. If you want to check me out on Twitter as well, I'll be doing updates as of when I'm live doing those sort of Challenger Cups, so you can watch me play live and laugh at me raging, playing Sword Soul Mirrors. So yeah, all good at the moment. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Check out the team below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.